Welcome to another episode of Thousand Bodies Podcast. I'm King Gerald Jones. We're going to get right into it with the body bowl, pick a name, get into the story, and have a great episode. Let's go. The streets need a body in the body bowl. The streets need a body. Today we got red ticket. We got red ticket number 430. Red ticket number 430. Red ticket number 430. We got red ticket number 430. We're going to tell the story. Hopefully it's a good one. They always be a good one. If it's not a good one, I'm going to just cut it and pick another ticket or edit it out, pick another ticket. Boom. Ticket number 430. So this is a good one. Title of this one is the first and only white girl that I ever slept with. The first and only white girl that I ever slept with. So, as you know, I grew up in LA, but I grew up in LA in the jungles. I was born and raised in the jungles. I went to Hillcrest Elementary, Audubon Junior High School, and then Dorsey High School. So, where I'm at is not too many white people. It's not too many Caucasians. It's not too many Asians. It's a few Hispanics, but as far as Asians and white people, I'm not going to say I didn't see them, but they just wasn't in my community, so to speak, or so to say, I never have slept with a white girl through my childhood, through my 20s, up into my 30s. So let me place the story and get to it. So my brother was in the military. He was in the Army, and he was stationed in Barstow. That's about, maybe 2.5, 3 hours away from LA. So I used to drive and go see him. Now, when I used to go see him, of course, on the Army base, on the military base, I used to see white girls. Now, let's talk about the attraction. I do recognize white girls as being attractive. Some white girls as being attractive, not all, but I see it's not like I think they're all unattractive. So I do see the attraction in some, but I just never was around them. So when I would see them at the Army base or in Barstow, it was kind of different, like to see them. And, was it intriguing? It was just something different. So I was like, well, I might want to check it out and see what this is about. Not that I'm going, just dive in but I just want to check it out and see what it's about. So get into the story. One weekend, I'll drive from LA to Barstow to go visit my brother. I'm driving from LA to Barstow. We kicking it, we chilling, whatever. So not only did I was going to chill with my brother, but I had a few females, black women that I was dating while I was out there or fucking with or whatever. So I would, see them, visit them, and I'll also go sometimes and spend time and fuck around with the little females that I was fucking with. So on this particular day, I left them or whatever after we chilled or whatever. I forgot what we did, but we chilled. So I'm actually just driving around. It's no particular place I'm going. I'm just driving around, through the city. It's a real small city, and come to find out, everybody know each other, but we'll get to that a little later. So it's a real small city. So I'm just driving through, nothing major, not really doing nothing, just checking out the little city. So on this particular day, I'm driving, and I drive into this little neighborhood, and I actually run into it's a cul-de-sac or a dead end. So, and this is, I ain't gonna say this is my first time experiencing a cul-de-sac, but it's a dead. I guess it's my first time hearing them call it a cul-de-sac. I just thought it was a dead end. So anyway, I'm driving, and as I'm about to turn around in this cul-de-sac or this dead end, I see this white girl. Now, this is the thing too, also, that I told myself. If I do ever mess with a white girl, I'm going to make sure she's attractive. I'm not about to just mess with anybody just for the sake of, especially if I'm going to deal or have sex with a different race. So I'm like, she got to be bad. Hence the story, and let me rate the girl that I'm telling you that I saw on the cul-de-sac. The girl, believe it or not, is a 95 and a 95. At least at the time she was. I don't know, haven't seen her, but in my younger mind, She was a 95% on the scale from 1 to 10, 100 being high as zero, excuse me, 0 to 10, 0 to 100, 100 being the highest, 0 being the last. She was a 95. 95 face, 95 body. Let's talk about the body. Now, come to find out later on, not speeding through the story, but fast forward to the story, giving y'all a briefer. She was thick. She was bodied up, and she used to go to the gym diligently, heavily. She had ass, she had titties, flat stomach, body. So this girl, this white girl, was bad. In fact, bad. Pretty face, like I said, 95% on the face and the 95% in the body. So I'm on her. So back to the story. I'm doing a U-turn in the cul-de-sac and I catch eyes with her. She see me and I see her. And she kind of gives me the smile. Now, I will tell you this. If what happens next didn't happen, I probably wouldn't have talked to her. Why? Although I had it in the back of my mind, like I'm gonna see probably what this white girl thing is. I just wasn't really on it like that. Hence, I'm doing the U-turn in the cul-de-sac, and I'm actually about to drive away. Like I said, she smiled at me. I looked, and I kind of smirked at her. As I'm driving around in this cul-de-sac, first time experiencing a cul-de-sac, I turn around and I hit the curb. I hopped the curb. I hit the curb. So instantly, my tire blew. Poof, I hear it. Tire done. I hit the curb on the cul-de-sac, doing the U-turn, looking at this white girl. So I look at her again, and she's laughing at this point. So I'm looking stupid, just looking at this white girl, hit the curb, busted my tire. So I pull over. So now in my logical mind, I'm saying, well, now I got to get her number. Now I got to talk to her. Now I got to see what's up with her. So I get out of my car, come around the front right, and like I said, the front right tire is blue. You can see the hole in it. I hit the curb. I hit the curb. It's done. Tire done. So I see the girl laughing, the white girl laughing. So I go over, I walk to her. I'm about to holler at her because like this can't just be for nothing. I got to holler at her. So boom, I get over there and she's laughing, she's smiling, whatever. I say, hey, what's up? And she said, and she's laughing. She's like, what's up? I was like, I'm not from out here. Do you happen to know where I can fix my tire at? And she's laughing, but she's telling me, she's like, where you from? I tell her I'm from LA. And she's like, well, what are you doing way out here? I tell her my brother's in the military. She said, oh, okay, figure. There's a lot of people that come out from different places because, military. So, and she tells me the little spot where I can go get my tire fixed or tire it ain't fixed. I got to get a new tire. It's a hole in it. So she tells me, and, I'm like, man, I might as well shoot my little shot. I said, you're the reason why my tire is messed up. So she laughs. She's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, well, now you got to pay for it. And she's like, I'm not paying for your tire. So I'm telling the joke. She's laughing, whatever. She's cool, She told me where the spot is. We're laughing, whatever. I was like, well, all right, well, I'm about to go get my tire fixed. She told me it was pretty close, like when you get to the main street, close from the little neighborhood she was at. So I asked her for a number, and she gave me her number. So boom, I was like, I'm gonna call you, whatever. Long story short, I go get my tire fixed. I go back, holler at my brother, tell him that I met this little female, and it's a white girl, whatever. So he telling me whatever. So I say for a week, from that weekend to the next weekend, I go home or whatever. I go to work, do my little work week, do my thing during the week. And I'm talking to her and texting. I'm not really talking to her on the phone, but we're texting on the phone back and forth. I don't really remember calling her, let alone FaceTiming her, but I remember we were just basically text conversation. So we're texting, whatever. Long story short, I tell her that I'm gonna come by. We get to the point where I tell her like, hey, I'm gonna come back out there and see you next weekend. So she's like, all right, cool, whatever. We probably could go, watch a movie or something, whatever. Boom. Fast forward, the whole weekend come. I drive back out to Barstow to the Army area, the Army city, the Army base, whatever you want to call it, whatever. Boom. Talk to my brother, whatever, chilling with my brother. So boom, I hit her up, and I think I call her this time and like, hey, what's up? What's going on with it? So she gave me a time to pick her up and whatever. Uh, Nothing really, nothing major, really. Just come pick her up, whatever, whatever. Now, being truthful, looking back at it, I can't really remember if we went somewhere. I don't remember if we went to the movies or not. I can't really remember if we went to get something to eat or not. I don't really remember. Just being honest, Unfortunately, when I be pulling these, I don't really be knowing what I'm gonna pick, so I don't really can't really remember everything in the moment. Probably after I probably remember, like, hey, anyway, to the story. But I do remember whatever we did or whatever, we end up at a room. We end up going to the room. So, and I'm also telling her through in this week that I've never been with a white girl. And she finds it kind of funny and intriguing, whatever, whatever. And I explained to her, like in my neighborhood where I grew up, they just weren't prominent or around like that. So she finds it interesting or whatever. Long story short, fast forward back to the story, we end up at a room. So we're at the room, we're chilling, we're talking, boom, 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 boom. Really can't remember what the one thing was that led to another, but now we're in a bed. We're in a bed. We rubbing on each other. We doing our thing. I think, I think I'm kissing her. We rubbing, we kissing. Boom, boom, boom. She doing her thing. I'm doing my thing. We doing our thing together. So, but in spite or in the midst of us doing our thing, and this is crazy. If she see this story, I mean, I I want to make sure that it's not, well, if she hear it or see it, it's on her. It happened, what happened, but I'm not offended. I'm not, well, she was kind of embarrassed. But let me tell you guys what happened. So as we're doing our thing, boom, boom, boom. I think I flip her over or I turn her over, flip her over, turn her over, and I don't remember if it was from the back to the front or the front to the back, but I do remember, of course, taking my out and whatever. I think it was from, anyway. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna act like I remember, but I do remember this. So it's dark and whatever. And this crazy part too, this is the first time that I'm actually in the dark having sex and I'm able to see her. I'm really just able to see every expression. Not to say that you can't see her, but it's the reality of, what the situation I'm in. So I'm actually seeing her, like, glow in the dark or whatever you want to call it. Truth. Nobody want to say it. People might say it. I don't know, but I'm telling you my visual. Not saying I can't see a black girl, but I'm just really able to see this girl's body in the dark because she's white. So getting back to the story, I don't remember. Like I said, I don't know if I flipped her over or over flipped her, whatever. I remember putting my hand right here on the pillow as I'm on top of her. I think I'm on top of her face to face. And I look to the right of my hand after I move my hand, and there's blood on the pillow from my hand. So I look, I said, oh. And she see me get stuck. She see me get stuck. And she's like, what happened? What's wrong? So she looked at me and I said, look. And she looks over to her side, and she also see the blood on the pillow. So long story short, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that this girl would, sleep with me knowingly, knowing she was on her cycle or whatever. I don't know. But whatever happened, the cycle came. And I see the period blood on the pillow from my hand. So I get up, go in the bathroom, cut on the light. In fact, it's like she's bleeding. It's a lot of blood. It's blood there or whatever. So I wash my hands, wash off, get in the shower, boom, 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 boom. And she's embarrassed. When I get out, she has her clothes fully on. Oh, and I don't think, like I said, I don't think she's because she's actually wearing white jeans. So I really don't think she knew. But whatever, I'm just telling you guys the story. You guys think what you want, whatever. I don't think she really knew she was on her cycle. So anyway, I get out the shower after washing the blood off or whatever. And she's really embarrassed. But I try to tell her, it's cool, it's all right, whatever. But she was really, really embarrassed, and she wanted me to take her home. Of course, I'm gonna take her home, whatever. We drive home. Home. I drive her to her house, and she apologized and said she's sorry, she didn't know. And I hope if she's watching this, I hope I didn't make her feel uncomfortable because I was trying to ease the situation. Because I'm just not an asshole like that. Why would I go big on her? It was an accident, whatever. So she's telling me she's apologizing, saying she's sorry, real sad about it, whatever. So I drop her off. Boom. And that's pretty much the story of the first and last time I've ever been with or dated or date anything with a white girl. Um, we end up we stopped talking because, like I said in the beginning or in the middle of the story, she ended up knowing one of the other girls that I was dealing with or dating, and at this time, well, I don't know. Well, she just knew her and she didn't want to continue because I think she was kind of cool, really cool, or friends with her, or whatever, whatever. And the girl also told me she knew her too, or whatever. So they knew each other and they knew about each other. They know of each other. So even if the other girls hearing this too, so the white girl stopped talking to me because I was dating or dealing or messing with the other girl. Uh, it wasn't because of the period or anything like that. Because I would have kept dealing with her just to get more. Because this it was one experience. Probably to get more of the experience, I probably would slept with her more. Like I said, she looked good. She was very attractive. She was an attractive white girl. What can I say? Like I said in the story, if she was a regular white girl or just out, it really wouldn't have. I really wouldn't have been pressed to talk to her or sleep with her or whatever. But she was a very attractive white girl. Uh, that's the end of the story. Really nothing else to say about that. Um, Thousand Bodies podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Also, tell me what you guys think about the stories that I'm telling or whatnot. You guys also can ask questions. Make sure you follow all of my social medias, Thousand Bodies podcast, or they might be under King Gerald Jones. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming. Like I said, like and share, subscribe. Make sure you remember and don't forget to be fruitful and to multiply. Thank you.